Hello, I'm Dr. Igor Simonov, and today I will talk about the rule of give and receive and the needle direction of the insertion of needles, which is receive and give mentioned few times in the text of Nan-Jing. So, first of all, let's look to the predicative verb give. This show which predicative verb which come to us from Shang dynasty, we'll say 4,000 years ago, and it shows us two hands. One hand which is giving, and then another one which is receiving. So here also we can see the different drawings of the same character which we use now. The one hand is giving and other one is receiving. Giving and receiving is the old writing which Chinese used before use modern characters. So what we can see here, as this verb, predicative verb, came actually from the Shang dynasty, it shows that one hand take something from the boat on the river and give it to another hand which store it. One hand give something from the boat which is on the river, and then another one receive it. So what we can see that during the Shang dynasty, especially the documents, divination, bones which we have, which came from the late Shang dynasty, the Yin time, the river was very important, and it was very important part not only for transport but also for the agriculture, and most of the rules which were used in the river were applied in acupuncture. So for example, like if we will take some extremities, we know that movement of the meridian, the yang meridian, start from the Jing point, from the will, and start flow downwards to through the different stream, river points, finally going to the sea point. And after that, by the yin meridian, in the underground, say, rivers, it goes from the sea, goes upwards towards the Jing point, again towards the well, where everything starts, movement through the river again starts down. So here we have the patient with the arthritis, pain in the knees, mostly presented the symptom, and this is the yang part of the pulse map. So what we can see, for example, large intestine is in deficiency, small intestine also deficient, the stomach meridian is very deficient, movement of, instead of movement of the earth, is the movement of the water, gallbladder is a little bit in excess, movement of the earth, and the sanjiao, a triple warmer movement of the metal is in excess, and the urinary bladder also is in excess movement of the fire. So in this case, it's many times it's mentioned in Nan-Jing how we will treat, and they say that actually shou means give, and they say when we give, we receive, and when we receive, we give, because actually what we can see here is a double action, giving and receiving. So it is not actually bu-xie, it's the more old method and rule which we use in acupuncture, and already it's shown in Nan-Jing. So if we have here the, we'll say, direction of the flow of the yang meridian, so it's very superficial flow of the river, it's the metal, deeper is the fire, more deeper in the middle is the earth, deeper to the tendon is the wood, and the very deep is the water, according to the poles difference written in Nan-Jing in the chapter number 5. So what we can see, we can actually puncture small intestine meridian, which is in the yang part of the hand. So here we can see the small intestine meridian has the movement of the earth. So what we will need to use, we will need to use point of the earth, which is close to the elbow. And what we need to do, we need actually receive earth movement and give it to the fire movement. So how we do it, we need to use direction of the flow. So in this rule, many times people a little bit confuse direction of the meridian and the direction of the flow, which in Nan-Jing it says the direction of the flow of qi in the meridian, which means the flow of the according to the river. So what we will do, we will insert the needle in the earth point of the small intestine meridian, movement of the earth according to Nan-Jing. Again, we use the same movement, point of the same movement. We will use the point of the earth, and we will insert till the level, middle level of the earth, close to the elbow, in the points close to the elbow. So what will happen, actually qi flowing through the earth will go up and will flow through the more superficial, will change its movement, and it will go as the fire movement. So what other meridian, for example, we have the meridian on the hand is the large intestine meridian. Here we can see that the large intestine meridian has the movement of fire. So instead of having movement of the metal, large intestine has a movement of the fire. So how we will send it to the movement of the metal, we will take it from the fire, inserting needle in direction in the point of the fire point in the large intestine meridian, which is close, we'll say close to the wrist, to the level of the vessels, blood vessels. And what will happen, the fire movement according to the river movement will change the metal movement from here to here, which means that we shouldn't insert in this way, as we may believe, according to the, we'll say, the direction of the meridian, because the qi will not flow backwards. It will flow according to meridian, to the flow of the qi through the river. So the same we will do in the stomach meridian and urinary bladder meridian. Here we have also sanjiao. Sanjiao has the movement of the water. It's a triple dryer. It has a movement of the water. So, but in our patient has the movement of the metal. So, according to the movement of the river, here is the movement. We will insert from the metal. We will use the metal. We can't use the metal point, which is here in the third, fourth finger, because in Nan-Jing they say that you shouldn't use for tonification or dispersion the Jing points, will points, because it's the very important points of the exchange of qi, and actually will shows that 8 families are fed from the will. So if we need to disperse, and here we have the excess in Sanjiao, we will need to disperse it through the following after Jing point, and we will insert the needle from the surface where is the metal. We will use the water point. We will insert it to the metal. So direction of the flow of qi. So from the metal it will go down. We will insert it very deep till the bone. It will go deep down till the water, from the metal towards the water. The same we will do in the yin meridians. Here we can see actually a heart meridian is in deficiency, and it has the movement of the metal. So it's opposite. From the surface, we need to take it from the surface and send it towards, from the metal towards the fire. Direction of the river is this one. So we will insert the needle in the metal point of the pericardium meridian, from the surface sending qi towards the movement of fire. And if we need to disperse lung in this lung meridian, which is an excess and is the movement of the fire, we will use this direction, and we will insert in the fire point of the lung meridian. So direction from the fire movement will go directly to the metal movement as it's supposed to be. And said patient which came with arthritis, the pulses changed immediately in this patient. Even we didn't treat specifically knee pain, he had the pain relief immediately after the treatment and pulse change. Thank you.